Welcome everybody to Capcom Week. It's been really fun. We just did a review of Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, and I gotta say, that game is awesome. I love it. Thank you, Capcom, for helping out the guys who made it and just really letting the fans kind of usher in the next stage for the Mega Man franchise. Well, now we're gonna take a step back and look at the most recent Mega Man X title, as far as the numbered series anyways, and I'm going to be playing Mega Man X8 for the PS2. This game is, well, it is. Anyways, this game is a step in the right direction from Capcom after the terrible sequel that was Mega Man X7. Mega Man X6, X5, and X4 all were good games in my opinion, but X7 was lacking tremendously, mostly because they tried to put the Mega Man characters in a 3D plane and expected it to work. Well, that didn't really happen, you see. But now that they've got 3D models and the cel-shaded graphic look, the graphics look awesome in this, but what they've done is... okay, I don't know why it says Paradise Lost there. I don't know how John Milton is engrossed in this game, but literature jokes, blah!
There has been an accident on board the number 4 descending container.
This is X. I've encountered an accident while on patrol of the orbital elevator. Dispatch rescue mechanoids immediately.
Oh no. I recognize that cut-off chin.
Huh?
Aw, shit! It's Sigma! Oh, man! Oh, no. Wait a second. He has friends? He has a lot of friends? Oh, shit. Friends that look like Sigma? There's a bunch of Sigmas! We are so screwed!
Sigma?
That character there is Lumine.
To protect ourselves from damage during the accident.
That person, not quite sure if it's a dude or a chick, is important somehow, and Reploids now have the ability to copy things, which Axel is one of these new Reploids, but he's a prototype, so he can also do the copy ability, which is actually a game mechanic. There's some items that you can only get by copying certain Reploids with Axel.
Who are you?
I'm Lumine.
But yeah, she's Lumine. That's the orbital elevator.
I'm the director in charge of the elevator.
I don't know why they needed an elevator to go to space. They could have just, you know, built a rocket, but let's spend more money building an actual structure that reaches space. Because that's the logical decision.
Warning.
Oh, and here's our stage select screen.
I'm picking
Now
up
we get to
Maverick
talk
readings
to
near the Jacob facility.
A
All hunters near Point Galapagos, please dispatch immediately.
Roger.
Alia? I don't know. Pronunciations. I always thought this was funny. Noah's Park. Kinda like Noah's Ark. Rhymes with Noah's Ark. Okay, moving on. Of course we get the intro stage here. And it basically teaches you how to play the game. It's not as spot on teaches you how to play the game as the original Mega Man X, but it's still pretty good.
Got it. Okay, Axel, let's get going.
Oh,
Ready when
here's
you
an
are,
interesting
Ax.
mechanic that
When you need Axel's help,
I think they
call
tried
him
to
with
do
a
in Mega Man
character change.
X7, but it's
Better
bad game.
watch out, Ax. I
But in
might
Mega Man
just steal
X8, you
your
get to
spotlight.
choose two
You two
characters
be
on the
careful.
outset. You
I'll
have
send Zero over
Axel,
later to
Zero,
give
and
you a hand.
X, and
Tell
you
me
later
X.
on get different armors of X. And once you get to the end game, or the final stage, you can spend a lot of money to get the Navigators as characters, which is Alia, Layer, and Palette. Each of them have their own abilities as far as that goes. We'll get to that later, that's not important. But, right now, you can play as Axel, which I think is one of my favorite characters. He's a very good addition. If anything, Mega Man X7 brought Axel, and Axel's pretty awesome. He can fire in all the directions, which makes using the analog stick very useful when controlling him. I tend to switch between the analog stick and the directional pad. And X, I don't know, X is kind of lacking in my opinion. Ever since Zero was playable, I always wanted to play as Zero, especially in X4, 5, and 6. Not so much X2 and 3. I don't know why, but those games are extremely difficult.
Axel,
I can
I've
get through
examined
most of
data
Mega Man
on that
X on
map.
the Super
Looks
Nintendo,
like
but
it grabs its
2 and
opponents
3 I
and
just can't
immobilizes
make it.
them. If you're grabbed by the enemy,
So here's
grab
this
for a
giant
tag
robotic
assist and help
crab,
his
and
ult-
boy is he pretty simple. You just shoot his little nubbies and then pop him in the head and bing bang boom, he's probably gonna die eventually. But here's where the game kinda teaches you how to incorporate your tags. Because he grabs you and you can't escape, or else you'll take major damage unless you tag to your partner. So I mean, it's very important to tag back and forth between your characters. Also, whenever you take damage, you have a red life bar, very similar to some fighting games, and when you tag, that slowly heals. So you could always do that. As soon as you get hit, I tend to tag, if I remember. But yeah, as you can see, Axel, he's got a high rate of fire, not that high damage, but he can hover and he can hold himself in place for quite a while shooting. Also, if he's clinging to a wall and you start shooting, he just stays. He's like a magnet. The little things we're collecting are called,
Alia, I got a sample
I don't
of
know,
that
it's the
maverick
type
for
of
you.
currency in
I'd
this
like
game.
to start
But you use
analyzing
it to
it right
purchase
away.
upgrades like
Roger,
increasing your
I'm on
life
my way.
bar and
No problem,
buying
X.
weapons.
This'll be
Well,
a snap. Let's switch.
you actually find weapons, and I think
Axel,
most of
can
them
you hear
unlock
me?
for free. I do know
This is
Zero's
Alia.
ultimate weapon, the Sigma Blade, you have to pay a lot of money for, but once you get it, it is overpowered. Like, there is nothing that can stand in your way, hardly. That's actually how I beat this game, is with that weapon. This game is pretty cool, though. I definitely enjoyed it whenever I played it all the way through, and I'm not as good as I used to be, I will admit that. There are some moments that I have to admit are pretty, I don't know, it's what some would call token takers if we were still in the days of the arcade. But the whole problem is they screw you over, and there's no way to be able to anticipate those kind of death traps. Right now the bees are being annoying. There's a lot of hidden stuff in this game, even in the intro stage. Like, you can go back and revisit this, and there are some pretty interesting unlockables you can get. Zero has like 5 or 6 weapons, each of them are pretty unique, and some of them are kind of useless. Like, I feel like the fists were kind of pointless, but they're still pretty cool. I love that this guy only shoots in one angle, and I just pop up and give him a couple bullets and wait. Another thing I find kind of annoying in these games, which, I don't know, they're okay, I guess, is these little trial segments where you're in a, like, really square room, and they drop enemies, and the goal is to kill as many enemies without getting hurt and getting a high combo. And depending on your combo and how much damage you've taken, they give you rewards. Well, it's typically money, and I don't know, I think it's just a way to extend the time that you play the stage. Like, it feels kind of like a cop-out to me. But Axel's definitely the best to do it with. He gets insanely high combos, especially when you upgrade his combo limit.
Axel, pick up the pace.
Or not limit,
This is
the...
no time to slack off.
You show up late and have the nerve to complain?
Oh, shoot.
I can more than handle a few
How do I put
mavericks
this
all
into
by
words? Like, every
myself
time you
anyway.
buy a
That's the
combo
spirit.
upgrade,
Let's move.
it makes combos easier. Oh, there's something. Like, once you get X's helmet and you can go through rocks, that's how you get that item. I don't remember what's up there, but like I said, it's been a long time. Zero is probably the best addition to Mega Man. I love anything involving Zero. He's one of my favorite characters. What's that peeking out of the waterfall? Oh, yeah! Yeah, fuck you, crab! Peeking out of that waterfall, you never stood a chance! Yeah! Yes! Ah! Take that! Yeah, you spilled them blue droppy things. Yeah, you fall. Yeah! Axel's off of cocky, he's like, yeah, whatever, we're good.
Nice work.
Zero's like, yeah,
Take it and
just
head back,
get out.
Axel.
Go, I'll
Okay,
do
I'll
the
leave the
rest
rest up
and
to you.
whatever. But yeah, Zero's got, he can also increase his combos. And there's another mechanic I'm not really fond of, is some enemies have a barrier, and you can only get through it by using one of Axel's, his 8th bullet as a combo breaker. and Zero's combo finisher as a shield breaker. But whenever you get Zero to get like 5 combos, it just takes forever, and you almost always get hit. So I mean, there's that.
Zero, can you hear me?
Here Aelia is like, hey, if you double jump up there, you can find a bee. Thanks, Aelia, because we like bees. Zero's not fond of bees. Oh look, more bees! God, I hate bees. Especially mechanical bees, robot bees, zombies, just all bees. I hate bees, so we just kind of jump and slash. And the jump slash does more damage, I think, than the original ground slash, but both are equally effective in this little segment. Collect all the shinies and move on. Shinies are important, like rare medals, that's what they're called. Whenever you pick up a rare medal, it unlocks a little power-up in the development area, and you get upgrades like that. And here we got X back. Apparently he's done on his little delivery run. Yeah, see, break barriers with a charge shot. Oh, wonderful. Freaking wonderful. Aha! There you go, 2 in 1 shot. How about that? How about that? One thing that I don't understand why they keep doing this in the Mega Man games, but some games you can crouch, some games you can't. And I always tend to forget which ones are which, because I'm like, oh, I can just dodge this with a crouch. Not in this game. Not in this game. No, crouching does not work. You must stand and take it full force. However, Mega Man X6 and probably X7 had crouching, so go figure. Not quite sure I'd open that door.
Your turn, Roger.
There's probably a weapon or something you can use to get through there. There's a lot of replayability in this game. Like, you can go back to other stages and find a lot of stuff, and there's a few segments that I'm really not sure how to get to. This part was disappointing. I really hated this segment. Okay, so there's a rare medal up there. It's worth some money. Try to use Zero. Up. Nope. Get caught by the boss door. Okay, that's cool. I'll just move on. The whole time I was playing this, I'm like, ah, damn it. I could have used that. I wanted that thingy. Guess I could always go back and get it later, but I wanted that. So now we get to fight the crab and all of his crabbiness. I guess I don't know, he's kind of a crab. He's a mechanaloid or something is what they call him. And he's like, I'm going to beat you! Ho ho ho! Nope. Take it. Oh, here I come! I just love how he's got that claw ready and he's like, just inching towards you. But yeah, so we know this is the real deal. We get to finish this guy. Because he's a life bar. That's how you tell. And he flips around and he's like, oh ho ho! Oh shit! And then I drop the team attack on him. Which I learned later that if you wait until the boss is at really low health, the team attack becomes stronger and it becomes like a finishing move. Which is a great way to take out bosses early on. Especially if you have that bar charged. It's a good strategy, no? Switch to Zero, give him a couple slaps with my energy, saber, grab the team attacks, and we'll see if we can pop them again.
Go for it, Roger.
I guess the only thing I can complain about with the team attacks is I don't know, it kind of cheapens defeating a boss, because you're like, oh, I'll just drop a team attack, everything will be okay. There's not that moment where you're like scrambling at the boss's last attack and you finally escape and give him that final shot and it kills him. That's a really satisfying moment, so I don't know, it kind of cheapens the boss fights in this game. But we beat him, he's blowing up, he's gone. Good job, team. Just walk over here, grab an... Oh, Jesus! Alright. Alright, who's shooting missiles? Who's leaving smoke in the ground? Wait. Recognition. Vile! Yeah, Vile's back, and he's pretty awesome. He pops up at random times in the stages. I know he pops up in the Sunflower stage later on, because it's kind of like a trial run. But Vile is back, he looks pretty awesome. And you know he's around, so Sigma's involved in this somehow. And there's Lumine, getting the hentai treatment. And what better way to finish out this stage than with scrolling text?
That's
Do we really need this? Was there not enough money for the cutscene? I'm not...
Just what do you plan to do?
Okay.
It begins now,
Okay.
X.
Apparently...
A new world will be born.
Oh, is it over? Is it... okay! That's how you finish a stage, people. Awesome cutscene. Text. Done. Masterpiece. Sold.
Like a hard fight.
Alright, so that was the first part. And next time on Forever Classic, we take on a robotic panda. You gotta see this. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Bamboo Pandemonium next time here on Forever Classic.